Hey folks, imagine you're sitting at your kitchen table, a half-finished quilt draped over the back of a chair, and you've just realized the stitching on the edge is a mess. You've got a budget in mind, but you also don't want to waste money on a machine that will sit idle because it can't handle your project. I've been in that spot more than once, and before I decide whether a new sewing machine is worth the spend, I always ask myself, will this actually help me finish what I've started, or will it become another drawer full of maybe next season tools? If you're wrestling with that same question, the Janome HD9 in white might be the answer you've been looking for. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about what the HD9 really is. It's marketed as a high-speed, portable sewing machine, which on the surface sounds like a sweet spot for anyone who needs to move a machine between rooms, or even between houses for a weekend craft retreat. The high-speed part isn't just a marketing buzzword, it translates to the ability to stitch quickly through a range of fabrics, from light cotton to medium-weight denim. That means less time watching the needle crawl and more time actually building your projects. For someone who does a lot of repetitive stitching, think buttonholes for a line of shirts, or stitching seams for a batch of pillow covers, this speed can shave off a good chunk of the overall project time. Who should consider the HD9? If you're an intermediate to advanced sewer who already knows the basics and wants a machine that can keep up with a faster workflow, this one fits the bill. It's also a strong contender for hobbyists who have outgrown their beginner models but aren't ready to jump into a full-size industrial machine. The portability factor makes it especially appealing for anyone who needs a machine that can travel, like sewing teachers who bring a demo unit to community centers, or creative entrepreneurs who set up pop-up stalls at craft fairs. The white finish isn't just aesthetic, it tends to blend well into lighter workspaces, making it less visually intrusive if you're working in a bright studio or a tidy home office. Now, let's be clear about who might skip it. If you're a complete beginner still learning how to thread a machine or manage tension, the HD9 could feel a bit intimidating because it has a range of speed settings that demand a basic level of comfort with the machine's operation. Likewise, if your sewing projects routinely involve heavyweight fabrics, think canvas jackets or outdoor gear, the HD9's top-end performance might start to lag, because it's optimized for mid-range medium-weight materials. In that case, a heavier-duty machine with a more robust motor would be a safer bet. Also, if you're searching for an all-in-one unit that includes a built-in embroidery module, a serger, or a large set of presser feet, you'll find the HD9 a bit sparse. You'll need to purchase accessories separately, which could add to the total cost. Speaking of accessories, the machine comes with a modest set of presser feet, nothing extravagant, but enough to cover the basics: a standard foot, a zipper foot, and a buttonhole foot. If you're the type who always wants a dedicated foot for every specialty stitch, you'll end up spending extra on a foot set, which isn't unusual but is worth budgeting for. The lack of a built-in needle threader also caught the attention of a few users who said they had to rely on the manual threading method, which can be fiddly when you're trying to keep the workflow smooth. That said, the threading path is fairly straightforward, and once you get the hang of it, the extra step isn't a deal-breaker. Let's dive into a real-world scenario. I recently tested the HD9 on a weekend marathon of quilting blocks. The machine's high-speed setting let me zip through the straight stitches that make up the block edges, and the adjustable speed control gave me the confidence to slow down only when I needed to handle the more delicate corners. The portable nature meant I could set it up on a compact folding table, then pack it away once the day was done, without worrying about a massive footprint. The machine's weight is light enough that a single person can comfortably carry it, yet it still feels solid on the work surface, no wobble when you kick in the higher speeds. A practical weakness that emerged during that test was the limited bobbin capacity. On projects that require long runs of stitching, like a large table runner, the need to pause and replace the bobbin can interrupt the rhythm. It's not a catastrophic flaw, but it's something you'll notice if you're used to a larger bobbin drum that can go for dozens of minutes uninterrupted. The noise level, while generally acceptable, does rise a notch when you crank the machine to its maximum speed, which could be a factor if you're working in a